This is our first step. We have to just plant the seed in these trays, and each trays there is a maximum of 66 seeds. So, for example, with this kind of seeds, the germination was almost 100%. So we have 9 trays, and each one have 66 plants. And that now they have just 10 days, and after 4 days, we are going to transplant them into the fields. Seed bags. Once our cucumber, which we have sown previously, reaches 48 days, we have to transplant them into these seed bags. What we have to do, each seed bags, they have an interval of 50 centimeters from one to another, and here we are just constructing the seed beds in 1 centimeter, just the width, and the length of this one is about 20 meters. Now, once we are transplanting the plant, we have transplanted them in 2 rows, in one side and the other sides. And from a plant to plant, we are putting 50 centimeters in each plant. Cucumber plant reaches 14 days from the days of transplanting. Then we have to install these bamboos to support the plants. Yeah, and we just install the bamboo, and then we put the wire mesh. And this one is about 2.5 meters from the points, and then we just hang a rope here so that the cucumber will just grow running at the top of the rope. So every day our workers, they have to come here and just making sure they are grown very well across the rope like this. Now, our aim was just to show the farmers the different method of planting, and this one we just plant the cabbages, and we have some cauliflower, but the method we use here is a furrow. Here we just dig a tunnel, and then we just grow the cabbage, and then we are watering by using the pipes. So someone can just come here and put pipe here, and then the water can just run up to the other side. But we found that this method is not useful like the seed beds. But the problem of the seed beds is that the seed beds, they need irrigation drips to be installed. But this one is cheaper, but it is not effective. For example, you can see we have some plants here which die. So there is so much gaps in this compared to the seed beds. This is our cucumber, and we just transplanted this on May, and for that now we have only harvested once. But this cucumber, they grow very well because we have also a drip irrigation systems here that we are using just to watering the plants. Okay. As we can see here, once we planted this our cucumber, none of them died, and this is because here we have the continuous supply of the water because of the effectiveness of this drip irrigation, because the drip will manage to just watering each plant at the right time, and all plants, they grow at once because all of them, they just receive the same amount of water. And our dream is just to expand more of this one, because we found that the drip irrigation system is very effective, and then we get a lot of yield. And something more is that in our plants, we are not using the synthetic pesticides. We are using the rabbit urine, and there is no even pest. Everything goes very fine because the rabbit urine, it has a lot of uric acid that can kill a lot of these many pesticides, but also it also kills some other fungi, but also it is a booster, and it's used as a manure to nourish the health of our plants. This one was planted the same days as the ones that we sowed before, but here, because of their drip irrigation system, all of them grows very well, very nice, they are very healthy. Yeah, and that's why we have already decided that this is better. So if we want to harvest more, if we want to produce more, then what we have to do is just to make sure that we are just improving our drip irrigation systems. Yeah. But also, even for these cabbages, we are not using the synthetic pesticide. The rabbit urine is just helping us, and everything here. This is just our sweet pepper. We just already harvested this once, and here too it's very, very effective here because of the drip irrigation that we have. And also here we are not using the synthetic pesticide. Now, this is our greenhouse. Here the greenhouse, the whole of it is just planted with cucumber, and we have already harvested some of this. So we have already harvested 4 times, but the cucumber are always harvested once after every week, and the first harvest is done after 45 from the day of sowing the seeds. Okay, and this is just our last project. We are just keeping these rabbits, and the purpose of this is just to generate the money like the other project, but also this is also assisting our agricultural project because the urine we are harvesting from rabbit is what we are using it as a pesticide. And this one is the mother with her 5 babies. Oh yeah. I want to leave you. This is just our ponds. We are planning also of keeping fish, and the water from these ponds will also be used to irrigate the plants. And the water from here will contain also some manures, so it will be very better for our agriculture too. And right now there is some of the water we started pumping, but next month we will start pumping more water here, and then we will start fertilizing the pond by putting the animal manure like a cow dung or a rabbit manure, and then after a month we just introduce fish. And our plan here is to introduce 500 fish, and these fish will be harvested. The first harvest will be done after 6 months from the day of introducing the fish, and then we'll continue harvesting after every 2 months. Yeah, but also we have sourced some grasses we just planted, and this they are running down through the ponds. Then this is what will produce the nursery for the fish. They will lay their eggs across these plants, and this is where their fingerlings always stays. So these plants are going to be planted across all of these ponds, and they will run down.
Wanakosa oxygen.
Rosafi.
Hapo sasa.
Hapa yeye.
Tunamuona yule anataka bila mwingine hapo. Unaona mzima mbele kabisa.
Hapo safi kabisa.
Huyu hapa unaona huyu hapo tayari ameshapata oxygen. Sio? Hebu kwani umeona ambaye amesinyapa? Hamna hata mmoja.
Oh, the pond is now filled with the fish. Hebu weka hapo nione, hebu kamata. Oh, anakwenda. Ngoja mwingine juu, huyu hapa aloko juu. Huyu hapa. Oh.
Hawatazoea maji. Unaona?
Ngoja nimkamata afu tumwachie tena.